Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday night. It is about 8:30 at night. I know it's a little bit later than I normally would go live, but I actually just got home from having dinner with the ladies, and I thought, you know what, this is the prime opportunity for me to talk about how you can eat out without pigging out and, getting off the rails, or however you want to, call it. Okay. So please feel free to share. If you see the red tag, which is right here, if you see the red tag, you were live with me. If you don't see that red tag, please hit hashtag replay. This is live number 10 of 15. First of all, I cannot believe how quickly this challenge has gone by. I mean, 5 weeks seems like it's a long time, but at the end of the day, it's really not. It's really just like a blink, you know? So while you guys are hopping on, I'm going to go ahead and share this quickly. And again, like I said, please feel free to share on your end as well. And then we will get going here. Okay, so first I have to find my live. All right. Okay. This will take 2 seconds here, and then we'll get rock and roll. It looks like my earrings are kind of giving off a little bit of a awkward glare. Okay. Here we go. My kids are upstairs. I can hear them. For the love. I'm telling you. Okay, so I think I got that. We're done with that. Good. All right. Okay. So when you're here, just say hey. I know it's late. If I just talk to myself, that's totally fine. So again, this is live number 10 of 15, and we're going to talk about how to eat out without pigging out. One of the biggest problems I think that people have is when they go out to eat, they're not planning ahead of time. And when it comes to that, what I mean by that is a couple of things. So I'm going to leave you with 3 tips. So this is going to be a pretty quick live. So the first tip that I want to give you is, number 1, check out the menu prior to going. So sometimes it's wise to choose exactly what it is that you're going to eat prior to even walking into the restaurant, or just have a general idea of maybe some modifications that need to be made when you get there. So for example, tonight we met at PF Chang's. Now, oddly, I have never been to PF Chang's. Okay, so I checked out the menu and I was like, okay, I have a gist and I have a good idea of what they offer. I'm well aware of this type of restaurant is very saucy, right? So I ended up ordering some Kung Pao chicken, or, something like that, because my girlfriend said she really liked it and it was spicy and I love spicy food. So I went ahead and ordered that. It came with rice. The rice came on the side. Perfect. I'm not afraid of rice. I don't demonize it. I think, rice is totally fine. And then I ordered some Brussels sprouts on the side. Totally fine. With my dish, for example, it came with a lot of peanuts on it. So I knew that I would limit those peanuts because I knew I was already, kind of had a good amount of my fat intake for the day. Now, maybe you aren't somebody that's really watching, how much fat and carbs and protein that you're eating a day. But in where I'm at, the phase of where I'm at in my life, I happen to be watching that. So, I didn't get all crazy and stressed out. I wasn't in that mode of, well, who cares? This has extra peanuts and lots of sauce, so I might as well just go all out. And then I'll just start over tomorrow. You know what? Yeah, just, give me the Kung Pao. I'll go ahead and have the sugar drink here. And, I'm just gonna go ahead and have whatever I want. And I'll get it out of my system. And then I'll just start over tomorrow fresh. You know what I'm talking about? You've done it. I've done it. We've all done it. So to avoid that, first of all, recognize that crazy, messed up behavior. That's just craziness, okay? Why do we do that? When I think about it, I'm like, that just sounds so ridiculous, doesn't it? It's basically saying, I'm going to lose control. I'm going to lose the integrity and loyalty to myself and the promises that I've made to myself. And then I'll just, restart that tomorrow. Where's my restart button? Let me just hit the restart button tomorrow. Then everything will be fine. Right? So we want to try to avoid that. So number one, plan, meaning, check out the menu ahead of time, get a good idea of what they offer. Sometimes it might even mean making a phone call. Hey, I'm interested in this kind of dish. Would you offer this, or would you be able to swap out, or would you be able to modify? Then you'll know exactly how to order. Now, mind you, this is something I have been doing for years. I remember when I was a secretary at Ford, and my supervisor at the time thought I was nuts because I would have the restaurants fax over the menu to my desk so I could look at what was on the menu and know what I would order ahead of time. This is something I was doing in my 20s, okay? But I was kind of psycho about things then. The funny thing is I would watch what I ate, but I would drink like a fish. You know what I mean? Like, hello, that's kind of, counterintuitive and really like, that makes zero sense, right? So, I would make sure I would have this, delicious, clean lunch or dinner or whatever it was that we would have, but that I would drink 3 glasses of wine with him. It's so funny when I think back on it. I'm like, oh my God, that's just crazy. My boss's name was Gus Machete at the time. He was just the nicest, sweetest little Italian guy, and he was amazing. Okay, so look up the menu, call them if you need to, just get a gist, or figure out what the heck it is that you want to have. Also check your mindset. It's all about your head. Okay, so that's the other most important factor. Don't go in with that crazy screwed up screwball thinking about starting over and that, I just can't control myself in here. This is my favorite place. I mean, I can't not go there and not have A, B, and C drink, or, French fries, or I can't not have my French fries. I mean, I don't want to deprive myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of crazy thinking. So like, check it, because it makes zero sense. And the last thing that I want to tell you is buffer. And I've talked about buffer foods in the past, and buffer foods just mean that you want to make sure that you don't go somewhere starving. That, first of all, will enhance that thinking that I just talked about. Because when you're starving like that, it's like, if you ever let yourself get to that point, most of the time, all bets are off. You just have zero willpower at that point because your battery is just completely drained. And there's just no way that you are going to listen to your higher, wiser self. Okay. So a buffer, for example, could be, like for me, I'm trying to think of what I ate prior to going, but I will always eat something prior to going out because of that. And it could even be just a half of a protein shake. It could be just like a few slices of boar's head ham. It could be, nothing like a protein bar or anything like that, because that just doesn't really kind of do it for me. But it has to be something that is a little bit significant, where I don't go full, but it definitely will buffer my hunger. Okay. So the 3 tips are your mindset. That's probably the most important. The planning ahead, check out the menu, just get a gist, or even, figure out what you're going to order ahead of time. And then, the final thing is a buffer food. Just don't go starving, because then that's just, that's going to work against you by not doing a buffer food. You don't want to go starving. Okay. Then you'll find yourself in trouble. All right. Have a wonderful Friday night. I hear my boys upstairs screaming at each other, and it's driving me insane. I have a little more work to do, and then I need to wrap it up. But I will be hopping on tomorrow. Yes, because I promised 4 lives this week. So I have 2 down. We've got 2 more to go. And then we will be heading into our final week next week, which I just cannot believe how fast this went by. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to getting your forms tomorrow. No, Sunday, tomorrow, Saturday. And we'll talk to you soon. Good night. Bye.